For movie shot by Scholar Kid.
Welcome to the future.
Hold on, wait up a minute's what I said to life as it just cruises on by. And hold on, wait up a minute if you trespass and then you go across that sign. Hold on, wait up a minute, my babies are growing up. No, there's hard ass pills to swallow. You gotta keep it moving, you can never give up. And when you feel like you can't impress no one, at the bottom of a lake you ain't float, hun. All you wanna do is go up to the surface. At least that's what your head is hoping. Mentally at the end of your road, and every time you go to take a breath you end up joking. Why you loathing? You think you might be lost at sea, but that's what happens when your mind's in the ocean. I'm in the fire, stuck in the abyss. How am I asphyxiating from mist? Wearing these chains from when stuck in the pen. I used to have quit, but I'm drinking again. Wearing the shame, I'm sinking in sin. Bearing and tearing, but seeking the win. Abolishing, polish these demons within. Acknowledging knowledge, I'm speaking to him. And hold on, wait up a minute's what I said to life as it just cruises on by. And hold on, wait up a minute if you trespass and then you go across that sign. And hold on, wait up a minute, my babies are growing up. I know there's hard ass pills to swallow. You gotta keep it moving, you can't ever give up. And hold on, wait up a minute's what I said to life as it just cruises on by. And hold on, wait up a minute if you trespass and then you go across that sign. And hold on, wait up a minute, my babies are growing up. I know there's hard ass pills to swallow. You gotta keep it moving, you can never give up. It's 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, still 1 step ahead of the game. When you ain't out here getting yours, you're the only one to blame. If you're feeling bound and figure out a way to break the chain, while you're on the ground you might as well and go reclaim your name. Since all the bridges you walked across they ended up in flames, gotta put 2 feet on the ground and show them you all the change. Now just maintain your brain by staying sane. Gotta stay consistent, chasing funds and quit chasing fame. And hold on, wait up a minute's what I said to life as it just cruises on by. And hold on, wait up a minute if you trespass and then you go across that sign. And hold on, wait up a minute, my babies are growing up. I know there's hard ass pills to swallow. You gotta keep it moving, you can never give up.
What to do, what to do, what to do. What up, everybody? It's Triple T. I'm back again with another Triple T live stream. Tonight, we got a very special guest we're going to bring up on the panel, and I'm going to chop it up with him. And I'm going to, hopefully, y'all will be able to get to know him better. You all have seen him on the channel before. You've heard me talk a lot about him. I believe in this guy a lot. I believe that within the next 5 years, he is going to be one of the top names in the independent country rap lane. And I know that's a big statement, but this guy is phenomenal. He can sing, he can rap, he can do it all. I'm talking about the one and only. Put your hands together for Mr. Dillon Hanley. What up, Dillon?
Howdy, y'all. What's up?
How you been, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Good. So you went out turkey hunting today, got yourself a turkey?
I did. Yes, sir.
I bet that was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time, man. It was a good hunt. It was a good hunt. Hunt's a big part of my life. You know, it's a place where I go find inspiration, serenity, all that, man.
That's
I
cool.
found Jesus in the woods.
For real. That's dope right there. So you're not joking about that.
No, sir.
You know, it's funny you say that because I noticed that a lot of artists are afraid to admit that they're a God-fearing man or they're afraid to work with somebody who's a God-fearing man. Have you ever had that experience?
I don't guess directly, man. I stay pretty ducked off to myself a lot of times. I'm starting to, intertwine with a lot more people, here as of lately. But I've seen it happen, over the internet and things like that. But I don't guess ever directly.
Okay. All right. So this is your very first interview, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be the first person to interview you.
Well, thank you
That's a
for having me on here, man.
yes, sir. So my very first question is this:
What's up?
if someone never heard your music and just meeting you for the first time, how would you or what would you say to them to explain who Dillon Hanley is
Man,
as a person and an artist?
as a person, Dillon Hanley is a humble, you know, genuine, loyal guy. I like to think, and as an artist, I basically how I do music. I don't really let myself be put in a box. If I wake up one day and I'm feeling like doing, some singing or rapping or whatever the case is, whatever's on my mind or on my heart, to write about at that time, I'll just go with it.
Okay.
So I try to speak, I try to speak to as many people as I can as far as with my music. I try to keep it where everybody can take something from it.
All right. How old were you when you first got into music?
Mm, 28,
28. How old are you now?
31.
What did your family think when you told them you wanted to be a rapper?
Most of them I don't think probably knew. My wife, she always probably she had her idea of it for sure. My mom, she always probably knew that music is something I could possibly do. But everybody else, it kind of just took them by surprise. They heard some of it and they were just like, some of them, you know, like it, some of them not so much. But either which way, man, we're gonna keep on grinding and putting it out.
When did you know that you could sing like the way you did?
I still don't feel like I can sing like that. Everybody just tells me
What?
that. Future, man, my engineer, he just kind of we played around with it one time or another, and then just started doing it more and more. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, and just continue to try to get better at it.
Hey, that Creed cover you do with Arms Wide Open, you got that down pat.
I've been listening to that song my whole life, man. So I had it down pretty good, I guess.
So you don't think you can sing that good?
Well, I'm starting to believe the people. I keep on saying that, yeah. But I mean, it's still kind of new to me, man. The whole singing thing. I've done it, but I'm still learning. It is when I got into music, I just kind of considered myself like a rapper. But the singing thing it kind of just happened, man.
You've been hanging around your boy Dirty too much because he's the same way. He still thinks he can't sing. I'm like, are
Man,
you
Dirty
crazy?
can sing, man.
Yeah. So
Dirty
can
real
you.
talented.
It- don't underestimate yourself because let me tell you, I would put your vocals up against some people's favorite country rapper
Hell yeah, I appreciate that, man.
who does three genres. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that if you think you can't sing, or if anybody thinks you can't sing, they need to go get a hearing check because you can definitely sing.
I
That is
appreciate
crazy. So when you told your family that you were going to go start music, what was their initial response?
it. uh, you know, we kind of started out pretty slow, man. There wasn't no like drastic big change or anything that happened. I just continued on with my daily life, doing what I do on a daily basis, and you know, when I can squeeze in making music, that's what I was doing. So until I started doing shows or whatnot, it really wasn't that I guess apparent. You know.
When did you do your first show?
Okay, so my first show was actually in Detroit, Michigan. I can't remember exactly when it was, like probably 2 years ago, I would say. Um, it was opening up for Best Believe.
Really? How did you get that?
That was one of those. I did, I ended up paying to get on that one. Flew out there and performed. I was just
Your
kind of.
very first show.
Yep.
So let me get this straight. You started doing music at 28. How soon after that did you do your show?
It was
Oh,
probably like 8 months or maybe a year,
after you started?
probably. Yep.
Okay, so a year after you started doing music, you paid to get on a plane, fly from Oklahoma to Detroit, Michigan, paid to get on the set to open.
Yeah.
Were you nervous, scared?
I mean, it was definitely, an experience for sure, man. I mean, there was some nerves involved, no doubt about it. But I mean, I think it wasn't necessarily getting up there to, you know, do the rapping and stuff. It was more so just being around that many people, bro. I've been out on the ranch, man, for years up to that point with like minimal contact with other folks.
How many people were there?
Couple hundred probably. It wasn't like crazy. 200-300 probably.
But still, for your first time, that's a big crowd.
It was all right for sure. Yeah, it was at the Harpo's Theater there in Detroit.
No shit.
Yeah,
How did it go for you?
I think we did well, man. Before I had the live show kind of down and stuff, my brother actually got up on stage with me and was kind of like the hype man. He's got one song with me too. So we got up there and killed it. I thought.
Yeah,
Everybody.
he's on your Welcome to the Ranch album, correct?
Yep. Yeah,
And
that was maybe the fourth song I ever made.
is his name Doug? I think
Logan.
Logan. Logan, that's right.
Yep.
I was going to ask you about that. Who he was?
Yeah, that's my little brother.
So he does music as well.
He's actually in the medical field, but he did a song with me.
Does he sing or does he rap?
He raps. And he can rap his ass off too, man. Logan can really spit. We'll do some more at some point. He texted me a few weeks back and said he's got a whole new list of material to write about. So
Really?
yeah, man. Like I said, he can spit. He's not a slouch on the mic.
Okay. So your very first show was in Detroit, Michigan, opening for Best Believe.
Yep.
How many shows? Do you know how many shows you've done since then?
I feel like that Tennessee show that we had last time may have been like the 14th or 15th show that we done total.
Well, that one you did in Cookville, you definitely seem like a professional because that performance was flawless. I'll say that
Appreciate that.
because you definitely had the crowd rocking, and they were definitely digging it.
Hell yeah, man. That was a cool show, man. I appreciate them guys having me out, no doubt.
You know, when I first heard about you was through Mike Manick, and he's like, "You got to go check out this guy named Dillon Hanley. He just did a project with your boy Dirty, and I'm gonna be doing something with him." I was like, "Okay," and I never went and checked it out. And we were on the rundown. He's like, "Did you check out that song?" I was like, "No, I didn't have time." So we played it. Oh my
What
god!
song was it? Was it the one with him on it? Moonwalk?
Yes.
That song is fire.
It was mind blowing. I was like, "Holy shit! Who is this guy?" He's like, "That's Dillon Hanley. That's what I try to tell you." And I've been hooked ever since.
Hell yeah. It just wrecked, bro, how we met there at Tennessee, bro. It's kind of random, man. Meeting you in Tennessee is kind of what got me on this whole, like, getting engaged on the YouTube, and trying to interact with different podcasts and whatnot. I mean, cause bro, you can't get the word spread without it. It don't seem.
Yeah, especially as an independent artist, uh, a lot of content creators are basically your promoter, your PR person. They're the
Yep.
ones that's going to push you and promote your music. So I would highly recommend that you reach out to other content creators like Chop Easy and try to get on his podcast, things like that,
Yep.
because it's going to open you up to a wider fan base. If
For
that
sure.
makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, so 14 shows. That's pretty impressive. And you got one coming up in a couple weeks, right? At the farm in
I think
Tennessee.
that, yeah, next weekend, man, we're gonna be headed up there Friday, and I think we're gonna rock the stage Saturday.
Hitman's going to be there as well.
Yes, sir.
How did you link up with your boy Dirty?
I mean, it really just kind of, Hitman. Really, I mean, that had to be. That's definitely gonna be where it came from. I mean, cause how it went, bro, was I linked up with Future, my engineer, bro. I found him just kind of randomly trying to figure out who can mix stuff. Cause bro, I was trying to do it myself in the beginning, and I wasn't making it happen. I ain't very good with the technology. And then Future linked me up with Knuckles, and Knuckles played a song at one of them Outlaw Nation events that Oklahoma do. Hitman heard it, wanted to get in contact with me. We linked up. He's like, send a song. I sent a song, and then he's like, fuck it, let's make an album. So we went and made an album, and then he started like getting me to, on at shows, basically, and just being at the shows that he got me on at, I ran into Dirty.
How was your experience working with Dirty?
It's dope. Dirty's a fire artist, man. We had we had and he works fast too. I mean, we got the album done in a pretty quick amount of time. I feel like
Some people say
also
he works too fast.
he works quick, and
Yeah.
also the videos that we put out, he edited those too, bro. So that was incredible to me as well. Like he lives in Georgia, I live in Oklahoma. We're shooting. Me and Robert, we're shooting footage here, and then he's shooting the footage there, and we just sent out, Robert sent all the footage over to him. He put the videos together. Boom. That right there was pretty lit to me.
So you're telling me that you two were never in the same location during that whole process?
Nah, we
That's
did that.
crazy.
We did that whole thing remote.
When's the first time that you actually met him?
Mm, okay, all right, bro. Let me back up. I forgot to mention something. We got a feature with him. Hitman got a feature from Dirty to go on mine and Hitman's project, private property. It's called Rotation. Me and Future went down to Arkansas, got an Airbnb, and we recorded the album. And when that song got cut, Hitman was like, "Bro, Dirty would love this." So he called him, and I shit you not, bro, he had the vocals back like in 12 hours. And it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was later in the evening whenever he sent it over too. He just had it back like the next morning, ready to rock and roll. And it's
Have you
hard.
ever met him in person yet?
I hadn't met him in person at that point. Just talked to him on the phone very briefly with Hitman. And then the first, okay, so it was the second annual Summer Bash there in Knob Noster, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Hitman brought me out. I didn't even have my own set or nothing. Hitman brought me out and was like, "We'll perform, a lot of the album if you come on out, man." Yeah. And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I did that, and one of the songs we performed was "Rotation," which Dirty has on it, or Dirty's on it. Uh, so I met him there for the first time, I guess.
He's a pretty cool guy, isn't
Yeah, yep. Stand-up
he?
dude for sure, man.
Yeah, he's a wild one. I'll say that much.
And his live show, bro, is crazy, man. Like I said, I was at that Knob Noster show as a fan. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. That was only my I'd only done a couple shows up to that point, so I was there as a fan, dude, and seeing him up there kill the stage like he did. He married some people, or some people got engaged, and he was, playing the guitar, let them do their thing on stage for a while. And he was giving the Lord all the glory too, bro. He was just, he was saying some things that really hit home for me, and ever since then, I kind of was hoping we was gonna be able to work together at some point, and then the opportunity presented itself, so we did it, man. And I think the album's fire.
It is. It most definitely is. Um, I say this all the time. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I call him the modern day Elvis Presley because whenever he performs, he gives 150% on the stage. I've never seen him leave the stage with be able to talk. Every time he's left the stage, he's always lost his voice
Yeah.
because he puts it all out there.
Yep, that's what
Very,
you
very
gotta do.
energetic.
Sure.
All right, so you've done 14 shows, 14, 15 shows. You got one coming up next weekend.
Yep.
Do you plan on putting together like a Dillon Hanley tour or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, if the opportunity presents itself and it'd be worth it to do, then sure. I think that's probably the goal, man.
All right, what can your fans expect from you when it comes for your music in 2025?
You can expect a new music video to drop every 2 weeks. It's been on Friday here lately, so not this coming Friday because we dropped one last Friday, but next Friday we got a new song, a video dropping on YouTube, and then we already got one ready for the following as well. And I plan on doing some features, getting some features, from some different artists. And as I do that, I'll drop those, and I'm gonna try to get video content, video footage for every song, man, if possible. And I'll drop those in between.
So you're going to drop a minimum of 26 videos this year.
Is that, yeah? I guess if that's what that adds up to, yeah.
Yeah. Every
Sure.
other week, 52 weeks in a year. Half of that's 26. That's a pretty good workload right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do a cover here and there too. I'm not gonna. It ain't gonna be what I'm mainly doing or nothing. But I mean, I'll drop a cover here and there, just different songs that I've liked from my past, or shoot, I'll even do some covers that people recommend I should try.
Do you like doing covers?
I think they're pretty cool, man. When it's the right one, yeah.
Now, have you ever thought about doing like gospel music?
Uh, I mean, I hadn't necessarily thought about doing gospel music, I guess, but you
Like
know,
when I say gospel music, I'm talking about how a lot of artists would do their rendition of Amazing Grace or something like that. Those big songs. Have you ever thought about like putting your own rendition out?
I hadn't. I hadn't, but that may not be a terrible. Amazing Grace, man, you got to have some serious vocals to carry that one.
Well, I've seen people do it with that who could hit the high notes. I've seen people who done it who's got a low monotone and it's still fire.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, look at Elvis Presley. He didn't really have a real high range vocals,
No, but
and when
his
he did,
voice was just so unique, though, man, and he had his sound for sure.
well, so do you. That's what I'm saying.
Hell
I think you should try it.
yeah. I had to get out on the swing or something.
Just do a test run. See what it feels like. And if you don't like the way it sounds, don't put it out. But I think
Yep.
you might be. I think you might surprise yourself. All right, now as a rapper, let me ask you this: have you ever thought about? I know a lot of artists they say they don't want to be part of drama, and I get that. And well, first of all, are you a fan of diss tracks?
I mean, hell yeah. I like a good one, bro. It's got to be a good one though, cause shitty ones suck, bro. But a good diss track, for me though too, it always hits a little harder when there's some real, real something going on between them, bro. Like the fake dissing, that kind of seems a little off to me, but you know, when there's some real, you know, something going on between, and there's two, you know, diss track, two artists going at each other, dissing for real, and they're hard, bro. I mean, it's pretty entertaining, I would say.
Have you ever thought about, since you do rap music, have you ever thought about doing like a Jordan Lucas track where you diss yourself and you respond to it?
Ooh, that's pretty hard. No, I had never thought of it, but that's a dope concept. That's a pretty dope concept.
So you basically write two diss tracks where you're dissing one side, like you're good versus you're evil, right?
Yeah,
So and just you're facing each other in the video, and you're just going back and forth.
yeah, yeah. That'd be hard, bro. Really, you know, just boom, you know, yeah, that would be real hard.
And that's when you could really tell who's a real MC. Someone if they could diss themselves and respond to it.
Yeah, that's
And
hard, bro. That concept is hard. What song is that, bro? I don't guess I've heard that.
you never heard of it? Oh
I don't
man,
guess, bro. What is it?
I gotta look it up real quick. But Jordan Lucas has done it. Quite a few
Jordan
artists have done
Lucas.
that.
I mean, Jordan Lucas is wild on the microphone, to say
Yes,
the
he is.
least, man. But I don't guess I heard that one.
Uh, I might have to look it up. I can't find it right now, but he does go back and forth. If anybody in the chat knows what song I'm talking about, write it down in the chat.
Bro, how do I look at the chat again, man? I had. Oh, here we go. It was just right underneath the.
I can do it like this. This way that you can see what's. Let me see. I can throw it up on the screen for you like that.
Okay, cool.
Let me take this down. There we go.
Bro, had you heard that "Hold On" song, bro? I was gonna ask you if you'd heard it. It's funny you played it off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
What you think of
Yeah,
that one?
I like it. I really, really like it. I'm not racist. That's right. That's the name of the song.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that one. I don't guess I really took it as like, I guess a diss back and forth. I guess, but yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
That's hard. That may have been the first song that I seen by him, bro.
where he's sitting down with the white guy.
Yeah,
And a lot of people thought the white guy was rapping, but no, that
bro,
Jordan
I
Lucas did
did
both.
too.
Yeah,
I did
I
too
was
in the
like,
beginning because I didn't know who Jordan Lucas was, bro. I didn't know which one was which, man.
yeah, I didn't either. When I first heard him, I was like, yo, this white dude's snapping. And
Snapping,
then I
bro.
was like,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
yeah.
The voices are the same. It's
I
got to
got
be the
caught up in
same
that
guy.
too.
Yeah, yep. I'm
That's
not
funny.
racist. That's the name of the song. Yeah, so what I'm getting at is you should try to do something like that. I think that I could definitely uh, test your penmanship. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a dope concept though, man. I bet I could put my own flavor on something like that and just see how it turns out.
Now, have you always lived in the country?
No, not necessarily, man. I've moved all over my whole life, really. Shoot, yeah, I've lived all over. I mean, I've always been in, in the outdoors, hunting, fishing, all that good stuff, bro. But you know, we moved around a lot when I was a kid, so we got stationary, where we're at now, like 2007 or something.
Okay. Well, I'm saying you lived in the city though, right? At some point.
Not really city, but maybe a suburb, I guess you could call it.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking that is if you ever try to do that concept, you can do from the city point of view versus the country point of view.
Yeah. Well, shoot,
'Cause-
bro. Even Even when I think of city, like I lived in Wichita, Kansas for a few years.
Yeah, I
That
know that
was
place.
that was probably the biggest, you know. But it's not really like it is big, but it's just kind of like spread out, and there's just like little additions like off in fields here and there, you know.
Yeah, I lived in Junction City in Manhattan, Kansas, for like 4
Yep.
years.
Okay. Yep. We did a lot of hunting in McPherson and Cheney over there, and you heard of Yoder, hadn't
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah,
Bro, they'll be coming over there with the buggies and the lanterns and everything. We was going up to the hunting spot, 4:35 in the morning, man. Have to watch out for the ponies on the road.
yeah. Matter of fact, we used to chase tornadoes when I was stationed there.
Oh yeah,
Yep. When I went to the farm 2 weeks ago, there was three tornadoes. I chased one of them.
I
Got a
seen
pretty
that, man. Turned into
yeah,
a tornado chaser.
yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting a little too close. Let me turn around.
Yeah. How big did that thing end up getting, man? It's hard to tell over the camera.
I would say it was probably had to be at least an F3 because that thing was wide and
That's
it
what
was
it
slow.
sound
It was
like.
slow moving too. But that son of a bitch was huge. It was definitely huge. All right, so I know you. How do I want to word this? If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing as a career? What you're doing now, working on the ranch?
Yeah, for sure.
Is
Yep.
you have you always wanted to do that?
Uh, it's hard to say if I just always wanted to do it. I mean, I guess it's always kind of been in me, but I've been doing it full time, for like 6, 7 years now. I was involved with the ranch and everything, weekends or, odds and end things, for several years before that. But I was driving a semi, before that, before I
Oh,
went
so
to
you were
work
a
for the
truck
ranch.
driver.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there is there any independent artist you would like to collab with that you haven't already collabed with?
Ooh, there's several, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Like who?
Broadnax is gonna be one of them. 501's gonna be one of them. Bro, not even gonna lie, that DLU Kemp dude, he's pretty hard.
Yeah, he is.
He's got some banging shit. Uh, man, Adam Calhoun, of course, man. Just in time. I mean, all these guys. Church. I mean, there's several.
Okay. Are
And
you
I
going to go
like
to?
I like working with people too, man. I like working with other artists. I pull different, inspiration from, different people and things too. So it helps the creative process sometimes.
Are you going to come out to the Redneck Rave this year?
I mean, I'm doing not the one in where's it at, West Virginia.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to that one, but that I'm on a show in Oklahoma at a mud park, and they're saying it says Redneck Rave on the flyer, presented by Slap Nasties. So I don't know if that's technically a Redneck Rave or not, but I'm performing there.
When is that being done?
Mm, I think it's June 26th and 7th, maybe.
Yeah, that's not just in time. Then. That's not
It
the
ain't.
Redneck Rave. No.
Well, he's gonna be there. Yeah,
Is
just
it?
in time. Yeah, just in time. Outlaw Nation, all of them.
You sure? Because they're going to be at the Redneck Rave in West Virginia the 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st in
I,
June.
bro, don't hold me to it, man. I'd have to go back and look at the flyer, but I think it
You sure
is
it's
in
not
June.
July?
It could be,
I
but
think it's July.
I thought it was June because I think I got a show in Missouri with Keith Cash in July, and another one in Missouri on the 4th too.
How'd you link up with Keith Cash?
Mm, I mean, first time I ever talked to him probably was Hitman called me one day at work, and I was telling him that I had seen Keith Cash like the previous weekend or something at the show, and I thought he was pretty dope. And he just called him up real quick while I was at work, and we chatted for just a second, you know, and then a month or two rolled by, 3 or something, I don't know. And I just had a track that I felt like he'd go good on. So I hit him up, asked him did he want to do it, and he just so happened to be there at the Tennessee show. So we was able to make a video happen and perform that one.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
Oh yeah,
Little short guy, but he's talented.
yeah. Kid Cash goes hard, man.
Yeah, I always bust his chops every time I see him. All right, so there's a lot of artists that you would like to collab with. What would be your ultimate collab? Like, if they only if the music guys came down and said, "All right, Dillon, you only get one collab and one collab only," who are you picking?
Man, that's hard, bro. Cause it's like, you know, the shoot, bro. You know, cause you could look at it as where you gonna make the most money at, and who is your personal favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I mean, I'm gonna have to say Brad Next, bro. I wanted to do a song with Brad Next, bro, since the first time I ever heard that 16 bar challenge. Dude is just an ill spitter, unlike anything I ever heard before, man. I think me and him could make something wild.
That's interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
But again, the Adam Calhouns, the Upchurch, I mean, they're gonna be in, real close, you know, as well. But just just because Broadneck, bro, like I listen to him like daily, dude. I mean, he's on my regular playlist. I
Well,
listen
I
to
think a
all these
lot.
guys, really.
I think a lot of people don't realize. So, if you look at where Broadnex lives at, you got the upper northern Louisiana, Arkansas, the the very southern part of Oklahoma and Texas. It's kind of like a square, right?
Yeah,
Believe it or not, all four of those little areas, y'all kind of share the same type of beats, and y'all have the same type of flow, if that makes sense.
bro. I don't. Broadneck, his flow is to me is like unmatched. I mean, just cause I think it's cause his accent is so thick or something, bro.
Right.
He's
Same.
able to bang words off beats, bro, like nobody else really can.
What I'm saying is you got Big X to plug, you got Mexican OT, you got 501 Bryce, you got Broadnex. They all have that almost similar swag to them, I should
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
And it's almost like a East Coast Texas style beat that,
yeah,
that everybody raps off of.
yeah,
And I think that's the reason why that you resonate more with him because that's the same type of beat you kind of rap off of. Would you
yeah.
agree?
Maybe so, yeah. And plus, I just, bro, like I said, I just am a fan.
Oh yeah, he is cold. He is cold. He's one of my favorite rappers,
Yeah.
no doubt. And he's a big dude. If you ever meet him in person, he's like a freaking giant. He's built like a Brownix. If you see this, don't get mad. Like a gorilla. I mean, he is stout. I would not want to piss him off. I would just tell you that.
I ain't never met him or nothing, bro, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I've hung out with him about 3, 4 times now. Super dope guy. Very, very humble. He's down to earth. You know, he doesn't think he's better than anybody else, and he's willing to help anybody and work with anybody.
Yeah,
But one of the things is he has to meet you before he works with you. That's one of his rules, I guess.
yeah. That's understandable, man. I definitely understandable.
Okay. So, how long you been married, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, 3, 4 years. We've been together like 10 years, man. So, and I mean, we
How old are you
made
now?
31.
31.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you? I know what you said your parents said and your rest of your family. But what did your wife say when you told her that you were going to rap?
Yeah. I mean, I went for it. She just stood by my side.
She didn't say you were crazy or anything?
I mean, she didn't say it, but I mean,
You get the vibe. I got you. I got
no,
you.
I don't. I mean, like I said, man, my wife is a great woman. I love her. Uh, she just stood by my side, you know, supported me through the journey. It's hard going out to these shows sometimes, bro, leaving the family back and all that good stuff. And I just, with her, bro, I always know everything's gonna be taken care of. She got everything held down. It's my ride or die for real.
That's good. How do you? Is there a certain technique you use when writing your songs? Like, do you
Like,
write to a beat, or do you find a beat, or do you write the song and then go find the beat, or how do you do it?
I've done it different ways, but mostly how I do it is just find beats on YouTube. I'll write to them if a beat, if it sounds nice to me and I'm inspired by it or something, I'll write to it and then I'll take it to the studio. I'll lay my vocals down on that beat, and then my engineer producer, he'll just take the vocal or take the beat off of it and then make a brand new one behind it, behind the vocals.
What inspires you to write your songs?
Man, all different kind of things. All different kind of things. Sometimes, I'll get inspired at random times, man. When I do, I just gotta kind of write it down, or else I'll lose it. Yeah, but anything, a lot of times, new places or new experiences. Working with a new artist, stuff like that. I mean, or life experiences, man. It could be anything.
Okay. 1 second. My
All
damn
good,
dog.
bro. Hey, give me just a second. I gotta go get me a charger.
No, TDM, that wasn't Molly. That was Ryder.
I almost got it, bro.
Are you good?
All right, we in the game.
All right. So now we're going to transition to this part of the interview. I'm going to play a song, and I got 3 questions for you.
Okay.
And the questions are: why did you write the song? What's the meaning of the song? And what was your thought process when you wrote it? And the song is Two Sides.
Ooh. Uh, I don't know about all y'all, man, but I think I feel like probably at some point everybody's maybe not wish they could go back in time, but at least thought about what it would have been like. Had you changed this or had you done that. Had you made this decision, had you not screwed up over here. Whatever the case is. And oh shoot, where was I going with that?
So, why did you write the song? That's the question. First question.
Why did I write the song? Sorry, I'm just trying to think of a good answer, bro. uh, I wanted the song to be relatable. I wanted it to touch somebody, that might need to hear something like that. Don't blow too much on the past. Don't get too caught up in all the what ifs. At the end of the day, you know, you're here. You keep on putting your feet one foot in front of the other, and you're gonna come out on the other side, stronger.
Okay. Now, is that the meaning of the song?
I mean, I feel like there could just be like different meanings. You can kind of take from that was kind of like my meaning and interpretation of the song, but I feel like it could resonate in all kind of different ways. There's been comments that I've seen. I can't think of, what a specific one said, but that make me think of it, from a different angle.
Right. Okay. All right. So now we know why you wrote it and what's the meaning of it. We're going to listen to it. This is Dillon Hanley, Two Sides, produced and mixed by Future. All right, chat. Y'all know the deal. Sit back, relax, strap your boots on, enjoy the ride. Let's get it.
Welcome to the future.
If you could press rewind, go back in time, would you go just enjoy your day? But you can't change your mind, it could be the best you're right, or it can make all your pain stay. If you could do it again, tell me what would you change? Would you be all in, or would it all be the same? Don't have to stay in your lane if you decided to flank. You know that there would be a price to pay. Have you ever felt stuck in the void, down on your luck, plus unemployed? If you living life in the past and deployed, this is real life, not a game or a toy. Depression's a bitch, so it's hard to enjoy anything in life when you feel so annoyed. Broke down on your knees, praying to the Lord like, God forgive me, then you let out a roar. Hell yeah, I grew up with issues. A lot of folks couldn't stand up in this shoe. Them adolescent years and the drugs I misused. Fix a broke tip of mischief on this fuse. Heal up the heart, taking sips of this booze. Not far apart from the darkness in you. Can't get away cause it feels I'm pinned to. Across down the hill with the shit I've been through. If you could press rewind, go back in time, would you go or just enjoy your day? But you can't change your mind, it could be the best you're right, or it can make all your pain stay. If you could do it again, tell me what would you change? Would you be all in, or would it all be the same? Don't have to stay in your lane if you decided to flank. You know that there would be a price to pay. Fuck all the doubt, don't let it hold you down. The past is a past and it's over now. Look around, comparing all the smiles and frowns. Got a lot to live for when you hold the crown. That's your responsibility, so hold it down. If they don't know it's on you, gotta show them how. On the pursuit of happiness, go get it, don't be bound. You'll hear thunder sounds coming from underground. When you overcome, you're the chosen one. It's like having more power than a loaded gun. Stay focused on the pros and cons. Just move along and not holding on. Everything in 100 past by is gone. Let bygones be bygones and pile it long. Stop what you're doing, even if a mile from home, and give thanks to the Lord for the love He's shown. If you could press rewind, go back in time, would you go or just enjoy your day? But you can't change your mind, it could be the best you're right, or it can make all your pain stay. If you could do it again, tell me what would you change? Would you be all in, or would it all be the same? Don't have to stay in your lane if you decided to flank. You know that there will be a price to pay.
That's got a very, very deep message. So this is what I took out from it.
Do what? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said it has a very, very deep message, but this is what I took from it. Basically, you're saying where you're at right now, if you could possibly go back in time, would you change anything to help you through the pain you're going through, which could possibly keep the pain still there, or it could change your total outcome? Right?
Exactly, bro. Yeah, you hit the hell yeah. Exactly.
So, but that's a double-edged sword, because
Yep.
if you go back and you change one thing from your past, it could affect your whole future.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say you can do it. You can decide to do that, but then you got to understand that there's a possibility that the pain's gonna stay. It could affect everything else. It may not be the same kind, but it's obviously it's a hypothetical, type deal. But yeah,
Yeah. Like
exactly.
if a lot of people ask me if I could go back and do it all over again, would I still join the military? My answer would be always be yes, not because serving in the military, Because if I did not do that one thing, so when I joined the military, a lot of people don't know this, I was on my way to college. I had a full ride football scholarship, University of Pennsylvania. And prior to me getting that scholarship, I asked my biological father, why did he join the military? Because he did 30 years and he did 3 tours in Nam. And he said, I did it so you and you boys and your mom, because there was 4 of us at the time, could have the freedoms that you have. And I said, cool. That means I don't have to do it. And then he posed this question to me. He said, well, do you plan on getting married? I said, yeah, eventually one day. You plan on having kids? Yeah. He said, are you going to allow another man to defend their rights? Or are you going to be the man to defend their rights? He said that to me at 16. And I thought about that for 2 years while in high school. And as I'm driving up 15 North, heading into Pennsylvania, that question popped in my head. And it just kept replaying and replaying and replaying. And I did a U turn and I drove to the first recruiter station and I joined the military. My question, so now, by listening to that song, if I'd never turned around, would I be where I am today? You see what I'm saying?
Bro, surely it's hard to say that. That's a
That's
big
what I'm.
part of your life, man.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. Because that means
yep,
I would have never met my wife. You know, I would never have my kids.
yep,
I would never had the experience that I have. I could, I don't know, maybe I could have been in the NFL and been a multimillionaire, or I could end up dead from, a drug overdose or something like that. So, yeah, that song right there has got a very, very deep meaning behind it because if you change that one thing, it could change your whole outlook of where you are
yep,
today.
yep, exactly.
Shout out to Jesse Howard in the chat and SMG Jimmy. So I definitely get the meaning behind that song. Now, with that being said, would you go back in time and change anything?
See, nah, man. Like you said, I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have my kids. There was a time, if I, you know, asked me 12 years ago when I'm sitting in the penitentiary, would I like to go back and not make that dumbass choice? I probably may have considered that because I didn't have my wife, I didn't have my kids. It was just me. It was only me. But that brings me to another part of that song. When you hold the crown, it's up to you, man. It's your responsibility. You got to show them how. If they don't know something, don't get frustrated. Figure, you got to show them, man. Even though times get tough, life gets rough, man. I wouldn't go back. No, man. I love my family. Heck no.
Exactly. That's why I say sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other
Hey,
side.
like you said, man, you wouldn't even be chatting right now.
Exactly. Because who knows where I would be? Jesse Howard said, shit, I know Dillon.
Huh?
Jesse Howard's in the chat. He says, shit, I know Dillon.
What up, Jesse?
That's all right. So now we understand the meaning of the song and why you wrote it. So I'm gonna play this next song and the same questions are going to apply. Pull it up. All right. Song is called I Remember. So what's the meaning behind it? What was your thought process? And why did you write it?
Well, I mean, the meaning of it is, sometimes I'll be, thinking about the past a little too much. You know what I'm saying? So even though we're here in the present, and I done moved on, everything's good. There's still a part of me that's always gonna remember. you know, whether it be this, that, or the other, you know, the good, bad, and the ugly.
Okay. So why did you write it?
Well,
Was it more like a mental thing for you?
yeah. Yeah, probably so. A lot of my music is like that. Like I said, I don't ever really go to the plate, you know, with a reason to write. I just, you know, whatever I'm feeling, whatever the inspiration, you know, at the time, you know, it could be, you know, if I'm in a good mood, if I'm in a bad mood, if I'm feeling a little down, you know, like whatever the case is, you know, I just, you know, if I'm feeling whatever I'm feeling, I just write.
So you're saying that a lot of your music that you write is more like therapeutical for yourself.
You know, it kind of, yeah. You know, a lot of times too, I didn't even realize it at first. Sometimes I'll write like direct messages to myself in my music. Uh, but you know, even when I don't intend to, sometimes I can go back and look at a song that I did, you know, a year or two ago that I hadn't listened to in a while, and I can catch like a whole nother meaning. And it's like, you know, that was in the Lord's hands, man, because I that wasn't what I was taking it as to begin with. But man, it just hit me all the way different, you know, in a whole new good way.
Well, that's why they say the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
All right. So the song is called I Remember. So now you know why he wrote it and what's the meaning of it. Now y'all about to hear it if you haven't already heard it. Y'all know the deal. Sit back, relax, strap your boots on, enjoy the ride. Let's get it.
Welcome to the future.
I remember all the days when I didn't have no hope. I remember sleeping in the shed with nowhere else to go. Trying to hustle up $1, stretch it how far as it go. Yeah, I remember cause the past is stuck to me, won't let me go. I remember all the pain, all the trials and tribulations. I remember Lord set me down and told me just be patient. I remember feeling different, yeah, I'm simple, I'm not basic. Gotta keep it on the move like a train that's leaving the station. I try not to think about it, my past is haunting me, it's a bit. One day at a time's how I take it, some days it's baby steps. Gotta keep it moving, the day you stop is the day you quit. That almost happened to me, but fuck it, I figured I was might not happen how you want it. Either way it's do or die. Feel like me, then I know you've had nights you thought of suicide, knowing you wouldn't do it. Cause the truth is you don't wanna die, so you just pushed on through it. Felt the movement, made it through the night. Gotta keep on pushing, probably leave them looking. Can't leave any cushion, that bounce back will leave them shooken. Can I be mistaken, can I be mistaken? No, I can't let myself fall. I remember all the days when I didn't have no hope. I remember sleeping in the shed with nowhere else to go. Trying to hustle up $1, stretch it how far as it go. Yeah, I remember cause the past is stuck to me, won't let me go. I remember all the pain, all the trials and tribulations. I remember Lord set me down and told me just be patient. I remember feeling different, yeah, I'm simple, I'm not basic. Gotta keep it on the move like a train that's leaving the station. Trying to stay open-minded, but sometimes I just get reminded. I've been down this road before, getting deafened by all the silence. Trying to keep it cool and coastal sometimes can lead to reliance of a crush defined. Trying to read between the lines, I ain't lying, I've been fucking trying, staying on my grind. Missing time, I can't get it back, that was all that crime ever did for me religiously was help me up behind middle bars. I still feel the scars, got no time to whine. If you want it, you can have it, that's a fact, yeah, I can promise. The world is what you make it, so take it, I'm just being honest. Don't buckle under pressure, shoot through the sky like a comet. Enjoy your peace of mind, some things can't be bought with comments. I remember all the days when I didn't have no hope. I remember sleeping in the shed with nowhere else to go. Trying to hustle up $1, stretch it how far as it go. Yeah, I remember cause the past is stuck to me, won't let me go. I remember all the pain, all the trials and tribulations. I remember Lord set me down and told me just be patient. I remember feeling different, yeah, I'm simple, I'm not basic. Gotta keep it on the move like a train that's leaving the station.
That was dope.
Have you heard that one yet?
Yeah. But now that I listen to why you wrote it and your meaning behind it, as I was listening to it again, I picked up some things that I didn't hear the first time. So this is what I took from it. Some days you'll get into those moods where you think about your past and think about how you were living, like you said about living in a shed, uh, trying to take a dollar and stretch it. So basically, you didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, right?
Facts.
And you were struggling with all the demons that was in your mind to where you almost want to take your own life, but the Lord spoke to you and told you, no, not today. You just, and that's when you realize that you had to push through it so you could be where you are today. My, is that
Yo,
pretty much it?
you good at this, man.
And a lot of people can relate to that because we all been down that dark road. A lot of us have, where we struggle with those demons. We contemplate about taking our own life, and a lot of us are only here today because of the grace of God.
Amen.
Now, with that being said, because you mentioned God quite a few times in our conversation, if you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you accepted the Lord?
Like, I mean, I did it when I was real young, but when it truly happened, probably like 17,
17.
16, 17, something like that. Yeah.
So you've been
You
a
know, and
person of,
trust me, I did a whole lot of backsliding since then. I done had to come running back a few times. But that was when I knew it was real.
okay. When did you like? So if, what I'm getting at is, at what age were you? Were you just you knew this was the way to go? Was you had to be with God? Because I mean, I
Well,
knew
I
him
mean, like I
as a
said, I
young.
mean, my whole life, my my mama was, in church and had us in
Right.
church and stuff. But again, as a youngin and stuff, it's hard to grasp some of that to begin with. But once, like I said, once I got 16, 17, something like that, and really had, interaction with the Lord, when you get that feeling, you just know. And from that point, like I said, I knew I was a believer. I mean, I knew it wasn't no denying that. I just was doing my own thing too much, man, and I went astray way too much. But and I ain't perfect, and I ain't got it down by no means, man. All I know is when you get put in, if you ever get opportunities or any kind of blessings, man, I just feel like you got to give all glory to God, bro. Because if you don't, it could. I mean, it's just what you're supposed to do. So
Well, I will say this: when we backslide, like you say, that's when God has that sense of humor and says, "Okay, you want to backslide? Well, here you go. Eat
yeah,
this shit sandwich, and you got to deal
yeah,
with it." You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And,
exactly.
and then you stuck eating that shit sandwich. It's like, damn,
Yeah,
I'd only listen. If I only done the right thing, I wouldn't be eating this shit sandwich right now.
yeah. But like I said, man, I just do try to do my best, man. Try to become a better man, every day. Some days you have good ones, some days you have bad ones, but you know, at the end of the day, man, you just got to give it to the Lord, cause without Him, we ain't got none of this.
All right. So here's the next song. Now this has got a feature on it. So I don't want you to speak about the other person's part. I just want you to speak about your part. The song is called Broken and Hopeless.
Oh man,
Why did you write it? What's your meaning behind it? And what was your thought process when you wrote it?
bro. If we're being all the way, so I've never actually told anybody this, and this song in particular, I did kind of have a reason, I guess, to write it, um, but it wasn't necessarily for me. Man, I don't even know if I'm not even sure if I should necessarily say it out loud, but
If you don't want to
uh,
say it, don't say it.
uh, man. So basically, what happened was something terribly tragic. Happened to somebody that I don't even know that well. But for some reason, it just hit home to me like big time, and I uh, I wrote that song kind of sort of for him, uh, so that maybe one day he would hear it, and it might bring him a little comfort, or you know but yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's respectable. To write a song to help someone else out, mad
Well,
props
I
to you for
mean,
that.
shoot, it helps me out too, man. The song, I really like that song a lot, but that one, there was the inspiration. What inspired me to write that, bro? It came from a tragedy, you know. And one of these days when I have the opportunity to talk with this man, I would just like to tell it to him first. Like I said, I kind of, that's the gist of the story. But as far as the details go, man, I would just I'd like to
Oh,
tell him when that opportunity happens, man.
I fully understand. Fully understand. All right. So it's Broken and Hopeless, Your Boy Dirty, and Dillon Hanley. If you haven't heard this song, you're in for a treat because this is a banger for sure. Let's go.
When you're broken, it can feel hopeless. I've noticed I'm struggling with life. In a moment's time, it can rain when it shines. If pain was a crime, I think we'd all be doing time. Broken, it can feel hopeless. I've noticed I'm struggling with life. In a moment's time, it can rain when it shines. If pain was a crime, I think we'd all be doing time. I got a million problems, but the pain ain't really one. I done got so used to the bottom, I don't even run when my demons come. I had to quit blaming shit on my father for all the wrong I've ever done. Even though you never raised me, somehow I still became your son. And don't nobody hate me the way I hated myself. Every stupid decision that I done made myself. Been through hell and back at least a couple of times. Got my own little road with my name on the sign. Still trying to recover from these songs of my soul. You can't tell somebody something that they already know. And I thought I knew it all, but I ain't really know shit. Cause the pain catch up and eventually hit. Now you're stuck. Now you're stuck. Stuck here left with all these hurt and pain. You been through but no matter what, the devil just don't wanna go away. Don't wanna you're broken. It can feel hopeless. I've noticed I'm struggling with life. In a moment's time, it can rain when it shines. If pain was a crime, I think we'd all be doing time. Broken, it can feel hopeless. I've noticed I'm struggling with life. A moment's time, it can rain when it shines. If pain was a crime, I think we'd all be doing time. I just wanna go ease my mind out on this county line. Keep saying I'm just fine, but the truth is I don't know. Might load up in my truck, smash the gas and throw gravel up, disappear in that cloud of dust. Well, I guess I'm on my way. I don't really know where to, just keep on until I do. Know the Lord's gonna get me through. Wouldn't have these feet if it ain't fit to shoot. Once heard from a wise man, it's a battle of the mind. Gotta face your fears, walk through them flames, it'll just
Who was the young girl in the putting the mirror pieces together?
Uh, so I think that was stock footage.
Okay, I thought that was Dirty's daughter.
It could be. It could be, but I'm pretty sure he said that it was stock footage.
Okay, that's a very very deep emotional song.
Bro, I really like that song a lot. I think it. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Dylan, don't take this the wrong way, but don't ever say you can't ever sing, because my guy, you got pipes, you can sing with the best of them.
We're figuring it out anyhow, man. Trying to.
That is a dope ass song right there.
Yeah,
I love that
I really
song.
like how that turned out, bro. Like all parts of it, the beat, Dirty came in and slayed, bro. I mean, the whole, I like it. The video is dope.
Yeah, definitely a dope ass video. You know, not to get off subject, but you know, your boy Dirty is the only artist that I've ever encountered that I've actually seen him make grown men cry.
You said what?
I've actually seen him make grown men cry while on
Oh,
stage. Seriously.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody made him mad, huh?
No, 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 no. What I'm saying,
Oh,
when
oh,
he
you
gets on
talking
stage,
about just how much feeling he brings to the table?
yes.
Yeah,
Because when he gets on the stage and he starts telling, he'll start before he starts singing or anything, he'll go in like these motivational speeches. Like one time he said, "There's a reason why my name is your boy Dirty because I wasn't always good," and he tells like you know some some shit he did in the past, and his wife is sitting there and talks about things that he did to her, and it's like it almost like he's speaking about you. Like he's like everything that he's saying is like, damn, I can relate to this because I was that, I did that, and it gets you in your feelings.
yeah, yeah. I love a song that'll make you feel something, bro. Like not all songs, I don't guess, make me feel something. You know what I mean? But the ones that make me feel something, I always appreciate them, even if it ain't like my favorite kind of music or whatever. Like I can respect a song that has a powerful enough message to make you feel something.
All right, so the next song I want to talk about is called "In Between."
Ooh, I like that one. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, in between, man. You
Why'd you
know,
write it? What's the meaning behind it? And what was going through your mind when you wrote it?
well, I mean, sometimes you feel like you're stuck in between, certain situations. It can be a lot of different things, but sometimes you just feel like you know, you can't really figure out kind of which way to go. To me, man, I think when I wrote that song is like a year and a half old or something, bro. But to me, I feel like that was like, you know, it's like it's like you're stuck in between good and evil, good versus evil kind of thing. Uh, but for some reason, bro, I'm feeling like I was like at that point in time, I was like contemplate whether or not I should keep on making music or not. Like, should I just get back to doing what I was doing or continue on music, leave it up, So I was kind of like in between, like figuring out what I was trying to do.
So you were really thinking about giving up music at one point?
Bro, I thought about it numerous times, really. I mean, I hadn't recently, bro. I mean, ever since, like I said, 2025, I knew I was gonna try to go hard, man, harder than I had before. I mean, uh, so I hadn't really felt like it. I've just been feeling like pushing on the gas, bro. I mean, really, but I mean, there in the beginning, yeah. I mean, I was just, putting in more money than what I really could afford.
You were putting in more than you were getting back,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, I wouldn't get nothing back.
Yeah, that's
I
enough.
made like $20 all year long that first year.
Yeah, that can definitely put a damper on things when you sit back and look at it. You're like, damn, put all this time and energy and money into it, and I'm not getting anything in return.
Yep.
Okay, it could definitely get depressing for sure. Okay, well,
Bro, fun fact, man. Uh, I've never had anybody write any of my stuff before, except for on this song, the second verse. My little brother Logan, he actually wrote the words uh, to this song or to the second verse. I wrote the hook in the first verse, and then he liked it, and he was just like, "I wrote something to it, but I want you to sing it." You know, so I did.
okay.
So fun fact.
Are you opposed to singing other people's songs?
Mm, I mean, like you mean like somebody write songs like
Yeah,
with me?
like if like let's say if I said, "Hey, I got this dope song I wrote, but I can't sing," would you sing it? Would you be opposed if somebody wrote songs for you?
I mean, if it was a dope song, bro, and you know, it was relatable to me, I'm not gonna just sing, you know, do something that's off in left field, ain't got nothing to do with me. But I mean, if it's a good song and I'm feeling it, then I don't see why I would have a problem with it.
Because here's a fun fact: a lot of people may not realize, but Jelly Roll saved me. That song is what got him to the level where he is today. That was written by David Ray.
Yeah,
Jelly didn't write that song,
yeah,
but he sung the hell out of it and went double platinum with it, and that's why he is where he is today.
yeah, bro. I'm again, if it's a dope song, man, and you know, it's relatable to me. I ain't got no problem with it. I've never really done it other than like, and this was kind of like a rare situation, but
Okay.
this is the only time it's been done though. But yeah,
So the second verse was written by your little brother Logan.
yep,
Well, it's still, hey, he kept it in the family. You kept it in the family at least.
yeah.
All right, the song is called In Between. Let's get it.
You've just been shot and cut by Visual Dog.
Welcome to the future.
You don't wanna see what I've seen. You don't wanna go where I have been. When I think of eternity, it makes me question where I stand. And there's a battle that's going on inside. Late at night, it's enticing. And somewhere between the dark and light is a place you will find. Some days mentally not here, why do I feel so detached? Is it from the drugs and the alcohol I abused in the past? Or the tribulation setting up IEDs on my path? Just trying to knock me off course and keep me looking over my back. The fact is I'm feeling stuck in this stagnant state of my mind. One day I'm feeling just fine and the next it'll all unwind. I gotta keep it moving while recognizing the Lord's sign. Intensity flaring as we're nearing the end time. So why am I conflicted position right in between them? Which way am I leaning? Am I awake or could I be dreaming? Certain situations haunt me, mouth is closed but I'm screaming. Did I forget to mention talking after dark with these demons? You don't wanna see what I've seen. You don't wanna go where I have been. When I think of eternity, it makes me question where I stand. And there's a battle that's going on inside. Late at night, it's enticing. And somewhere between the dark and light is a place you will find. I know I've been here before. In the distance, lions roar. My hands been clutched together. Knees are
So I do have one question for you.
What's up?
When did you meet your band members, and when did you decide that you wanted to have an actual band?
All right. So I met Cat, bro. My drummer. I mean, super dope, bro.
I like him because he was
He shreds, yeah, man.
yeah,
He
I met
gets up
him in
there, but
Tennessee. That dude is fire.
fire, yeah. But he's actually he's Knuckles' drummer, and when I got introduced to Knuckles, um, that's when I seen Cat play for the first time, and I didn't really have a band for the first couple shows. Um, and then I had used Cat here and there, when Knuckles was at the same show as me. And then I asked him one day, okay, hang on, guitar player. I was doing a show with Mike Manic, and we went down to do a little rehearsal or whatnot before the show, and that's how I met RCX, bro. Shout out RCX, he shreds too, guitar player. Um, and shoot, I just asked them, did they wanna play with me? I made sure it was all good with everybody, and we've been playing ever since.
That's dope.
I
That
think
is
we
dope.
probably. I think we've been. I mean, we've done more than half of my total shows have been with them. So
Yeah, your drummer is fire.
yeah, fire.
That's dope. The one thing I will say, the one thing I do like about your songs is you do put God in a lot of your verses. And like I said, you don't see that too often nowadays because a lot of people are afraid to admit that they are a person of faith or a man of God because afraid of being shunned. Uh, and the reason why I bring that up, there's a particular artist who I think should have like 20 million subs, right? And he goes by the name of Mises.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Mises is hard.
Yeah,
I've been
you
knowing
know,
about Mises like before country rap was even a thing. Well, I say that, bro. You had all the OGs doing it, but like, I heard about Mises from way back in the day.
yeah.
Bitter.
And I think a lot of people they steer away from him because he is a person of faith and he's very heavy into his religion. And a lot of people, I get the feeling they don't want to be, it's not cool to hang out with the Christian, you know?
They got the wrong idea.
Yeah, for
Now
real.
everybody's free to have their own opinions on things, man. But in my opinion, those are the kind of guys you need around you.
Yeah.
To help
Uh,
keep you in line, bro.
keep, keep you grounded. Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, yep.
Most definitely.
Because we're all human at the end of the day and prone to make mistakes, man. So, you know, you got a force like that within your camp or in your small circle. It help you be able to stay grounded. Everybody will be able to just keep each other, humble.
Facts. All right, Dylan. Now we're going to move into. So we got to know you. We got to learn a little bit about your background and your history. And then we got to listen to why you wrote certain songs. Now we're going into phase 3 of the interview.
What's
This is
that?
where I get to put you in the hot seat.
Oh,
I want to ask you 30 questions. And the first thing that comes to your mind, that's what you answer with.
oh man. All right,
Okay? All right.
I'm gonna do
And
my
this
best.
and this way the fans get to know you on more of a personal level other than just through music. All right. Here we go. What's your favorite snack?
Man, I like those cheese rich crackers. Honestly, I'll fuck them up.
Okay. What's your favorite potato chip?
I like baked lays.
Really? You like them?
I do kind of, yeah. Especially if you got like some barbecue baked beans or something, you can get them little crumbs off in there.
The baked chips though, they to me almost kind of like cardboard to me for some
I
reason.
mean, they are thin, man. But so I used to be real. I used to be like real heavy, man. So I kind of started trying to eat better a few years back.
Well, I was one thing I was going to ask you because I noticed that when you did your video with Knuckles, you were a lot heavier than you are now.
Yeah, bro. Back, yeah. The biggest I ever got, I was up to like 370.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're a tall guy though.
I was chunky.
You're what, 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, even at 300 pounds, at 6'6", you don't look like a 300-pound guy who's 5'8".
Nah.
You know what I mean? All right. So rich cheese crackers and baked Lay's potato chips. All right. What's your favorite soda?
Diet Pepsi.
Okay. Favorite fast food restaurant?
Mm. Bro, it really depends on the day, man. Uh, let's go with Whataburger.
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 All right. Favorite ice cream?
Cookie dough.
All right. Favorite beer?
I don't really drink, man.
Okay. You don't drink hard liquor either?
Oh no,
Okay.
I can't.
I got you. Now this one gets every person I ask this. This one they get hung up on, and we always have to come back to it. Your favorite rap song of all time?
Oh man, dude. See, yeah, that is of all time.
Yeah.
If I just had to listen to one rap song, it can't be an album.
No, just a song.
Mm. Can we just do a loop around, bro? There's just
It happens every time.
man, it might. I don't know. Yeah, I
All
got
right.
a
Well,
couple in my mind, but I need to let them sink in and see which one I'm gonna choose.
all right. Favorite country song of all time?
Hmm. I really like "Country Boy" by Aaron Lewis. Do you consider that
Yeah.
country? Yeah, I like that one. Man, it's hard to say, bro. There's just so many good country songs too. Cause,
All
hmm,
right. What's your
yeah,
favorite mainstream artist?
my favorite mainstream artist.
Any genre you want. Doesn't matter.
Mm, I don't listen to a whole lot of mainstream, but I like Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I like Kevin Gates.
All right. Favorite independent artist?
Broad next.
I knew you were going to say that. All right. Now, favorite collaboration. What I mean by that is it could be a mainstream artist with your favorite independent artist. It could be you and a mainstream, you and an independent, or it could be totally two different people instead of you. If you could put together your favorite collaboration, what would it be?
Man, there's so many good ones that could happen. I mean, Jesse Howard on a hook is almost unbeatable.
Facts.
Uh, you know, Broadnax, bro, with the verse, man. I don't know. Maybe it would be crazy. It's gonna sound crazy, but let's go. Jesse Howard on the hook, Broadnax on a verse, and me on a verse, bro. I think that would be wild.
That'd be a one hell of a banger. All right. Favorite TV show presently?
I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, but we've been when we do, we kind of me and my wife will watch at what's it called, 911. Have you seen it?
Yeah. So I thought you were going to say Yellowstone.
No, I
All
don't
right.
think I have the app or whatever that it's on, man. I've only seen a few episodes of that ever.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you got to get Peacock and watch that and
it's on
binge
Peacock.
watch it. Yeah, because you
I
can
don't think
binge
I have
watch
that.
it. All right. What's your favorite TV show of all time?
Hmm. I mean, I did like Breaking Bad. I thought Break or Sons of Anarchy, man, was I like Sons too.
Yeah, I love that show too. All right. What's your favorite comedy movie?
Man, oh man, bro, I'm gonna be so out of date with all this because I hadn't even like watched the movie. And I can't even tell you when. The best comedy I've ever. Major Pain. I love Major Pain, bro. That's a funny one.
Okay. Favorite horror movie?
Mm, I mean, I like the Halloweens a lot.
All right. Favorite action movie?
Mm, mm, I mean, the Mission Impossible, I guess. Again, man, I don't watch a whole lot of movies, so
That's fine. All right. What's your favorite sneaker?
bro, let me show you. These right here. These are the Twisted X Cowboy sneakers.
Who makes them? Who makes them?
Twisted X.
Never heard of them.
It's a boot company, but they make a sneaker that's like a that
Like a boot?
that. I mean, it fits kind of like a boot. I mean, it's just a lot more lightweight. I like to wear them in the summertime, bro, when it gets up in 100 degrees.
Okay. What's your favorite sport?
Mm, probably football.
All right. Favorite college football team?
I'm gonna have to go with OU, I guess. I don't really watch a whole lot of sports either. But OU, I'm gonna have to go with OU probably.
All right. Favorite college basketball?
Probably OU again. I ain't even ever even watched a college basketball game. I don't think.
All right. What about favorite pro football team?
Mm, I mean, man, I wouldn't even know. I ain't even watched a game in a while, years.
Who'd you like as a kid?
The Green Bay Packers, man. I like the Packers when Favre played with them.
All right. What about favorite pro basketball team when you were a
Thunder.
kid? Thunder. All right. Favorite athlete of all time?
Mm, let's just say Michael Jordan, just cause.
It's a good pick. What's your favorite hobby?
Man, I love to hunt. I'm like ate up with it.
All right. Favorite weapon of choice?
For what?
Favorite weapon of choice?
Just for like, I mean,
Whatever for self protection, hunting, whatever.
I mean, it, I guess it would vary, but if I just had to pick one, I mean, probably a 12 gauge. I mean, I can bird hunt. I can put slugs in it. If I need to take down a deer, home defense, you know, ideal. So probably a 12 gauge.
Okay. Favorite president?
Trump.
favorite things to do. Favorite things to do with the family.
Mm, I mean, I really enjoy taking the wife and the kids hunting, man. I mean, it's an enjoyable time and experience for me, and I really enjoy it. When the whole family gets to come to these shows and everything too, because we all get to see a place we ain't never been.
Does your wife and kids like to go hunting?
Yeah, when they can, my wife will go when she can. She wasn't able to do it a whole lot last year just because my son was young. But my oldest daughter, Nova, well, she goes hunt with me.
Okay.
I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do.
What's your favorite book to read to the kids?
The Bible.
Great answer. All right. Now we're going to swing back to the favorite rap song of all time.
I wish I could have three, but If I had to listen to one song for the rest of my life, man, that's just so hard. It's gonna be It's gonna be probably something Tupac, But bro, Bone Thugs is not gonna be very far behind, you know. But bro, I love Ambitions as a Rider. I love Hail Mary, Ghost, all those by Tupac, bro. Like any one of those three could potentially be like probably my favorite song.
All right.
But it's like that's just if I had to pick one song to listen to forever. Like,
All right. And for all the ladies, are you a boxers, brief, or commando type of guy?
uh, what you mean? Like I wear briefs, I guess.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. The 30 hot seat questions by Dillon Hanley. Now you know him more on a personal level, other than music.
Yeah, bro. I tried on those, man.
So, what did you think of your first interview?
I thought it was cool, man. I'm sure I'll get better at talking, man. I'll be getting hung up on
Oh,
certain
you're
things.
you look. You did very, very well.
But I appreciate it, man. You conduct a good interview. I appreciate it for
Don't
you having me
look.
on.
Don't ever doubt yourself because you're a very, very talented young man. And when you hear me say that you're going to be in the next 5 years the one of the top dogs in this lane, I truly believe that. And
Yeah,
a lot of people who's been following me will tell you every prediction I've ever made has come true when it comes to this music stuff.
fingers crossed
When
on this one, bro.
well, when I first hooked up with New Breed and him and Jesse got together, I said, y'all are going to blow up. And like we
Oh, did
hope.
you know them before they was, before they had?
I knew New Breed before Jesse came in. Jesse came in probably about a month after I started reacting to New Breed.
Right.
But then when they dropped Welcome to My House, when I did my reaction, I said this thing's going to go number one. And I went around all YouTube to all the different reactors and said, "Hey, you need to play this song. It's going to be number one. It's going to be number one." Everybody laughed at me. They said, "There's no way an 8 minute
Bro,
and seven
what?
an 8 minute and 17-second song is going to go number one. It's too long." I said, "I'm telling you, this thing's going to go number one." And sure enough, it went number one 2 years in a row worldwide.
Yeah. That's an incredible song, bro. Yep.
I told Dirty, I said, "You're going to get to a point where you're going to be doing music full time." And he did.
That's cool, bro. I didn't realize you knew all these guys that long.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this, you said?
I've been
Like
doing
on
this since
YouTube?
December 29th, 2019 was the first time I started.
2019. What made you want to start?
I did it off a bet.
Off a bet?
Yeah.
You made a lot of friends off a bet.
Well, December 29th, 2019, Upchurch put a video out called Hell Nope. That's the day that him and Katie Noel broke up. And after hearing his story, I picked up my phone and I made a 4-minute video to give him some kind of like legal advice. Because do you know what an equal opportunity person is? EO?
I don't guess so.
So equal opportunity is like someone who deals with like sexual harassment investigations and stuff like that.
Oh,
Well, I did that for 10 years in the Army as additional duty. I was the equal opportunity NCO. So
mm,
anytime somebody filed a complaint for like sexual assault or sexual misconduct or sexual harassment, I would have to do the investigation. So I literally picked my phone up to give him some legal advice to protect himself. And when I did that, within an hour, I had 1,000 views and 100 subs. And people said, you should create a channel. So I went and told my neighbor, I'm like, look, man, I said, I did this 4-minute video on YouTube and I got like 1,000 views in an hour and 100 subs. They're telling me to create a channel. He said to me, "That's a young man's game. You can't do that. You'll never get monetized." I said, "What's monetized?" He says, "Well, where you get paid from YouTube, but you got to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. You'll never make it." Well, I'm the type of person, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna work extra hard to prove to you I can. I said, "Well, how much you want to bet?" He said, "I'll bet you $100. 28 days later, I was monetized. And the son bitch never paid me my money.
Bro, it only took you 28 days.
Yeah.
How many videos was you putting out a week? Like once a day?
Yeah. 1 to 2 videos a day.
Man, that'll get it quick.
Yep.
You don't think that jacks up the algorithm though, some? I felt like I started dropping songs, bro, like once a week, and I did that for a few
Now,
weeks, and I feel like they wasn't getting as many views as when I was doing it every 2 weeks.
so I follow a lot of people's on how they drop music, and I look at who grows and who doesn't grow. So I will tell you this: when New Breed and Jesse Howard got together, they were dropping a song every 5 days.
Every five?
Every 5 days.
Man.
And it didn't matter if it was a hype song, a love song, or whatever. The fans, when you do that, they get consistent. They're like, "Hey, I know," because you got to look at it like this. When you drop a song, the first 3 days are the most crucial part of the algorithm. Okay. So when you drop a song and your fans are going to come, they're going to start watching it. And then they're going to share it. And so for the 3 days, you're going to see your views. It's going to be like a roller coaster. It's going to go like this on a chart, right? On the 4th day, it starts to come down because everybody's already watched it. And on that 5th day, you drop another song, and then you shoot back up because now your fans are like, "Oh, we got a new song," so they're going to go watch that. So for the next 3 to 4 days, it's going to go up, and on that 4th day, it starts to come down. On that 5th day, you drop another song, and then
Yeah.
bam, you're up. Well, by them doing that, because when I first started reacting to New Breed, he only had 47,000 subs on YouTube, but he had a big following on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was the first one to do a reaction to him. And when they did Welcome to My House, they didn't even know they were number one for like 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. 6 weeks after they dropped it, they found out that it was number one. And that's when their life changed. But guess what? Every 5 days, they were dropping a song. Even though Welcome to My House was blowing up, they were still dropping that song because the fans got used to it. So when your fans get used to it and you start building your fan base up, they know, hey, every 5 days I'm gonna get a song, I'm gonna get a song, I'm gonna get a song. Well, when you stop, when you look, so in July of 2023, when the tragedy happened with Miss Brandy, it kind of the numbers started coming down, and understandably because you know New Breed's mind space wasn't in it at the time, right?
Yep.
So I mean, they were still doing shows, but not as much, and it was understandable. And in 2024, they did the first 6 months, they did shows, they were putting music out, and then the last 6 months, they took off to shoot music videos and write. Well, then he was going through his health issues and whatnot. So when you're not consistent like that, your numbers start to come down. Now, I think uh, now that New Breed's health is back to normal and he's in a good headspace, and timing, I think they're going to start dropping more music. And when that happens and they get back into that rhythm, then their numbers are going to go back up to where they used to be. If that makes sense.
To me, it seems like their numbers is high as they ever been. I don't know that for a fact, but I mean, They certainly it doesn't seem like there's been any beats skipped.
Oh no, there's not. No, but I'm just saying if you look at like when I talk about numbers, I'm like looking at his YouTube channel and
Yeah.
his sub count. His sub count has taken it's going up, but it's not as going up as fast as it was because of that 18-month period and everything that happened. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If that all that stuff didn't happen, they would have close to 2 million subs right now. I
That's what
believe
dude was talking about last night too. He took that break and
that
he's like,
year break.
he didn't
Yeah,
realize how it was, how hard it was gonna be to come
yeah.
up out that.
That's why you have to be consistent on social media. So my recommendation is put something out on IG, put something out on TikTok, do a short at least every 3 days. Put some type of presence on social media, whether it's a short where you take 30 seconds of a song, clip it, and upload it, because then that's going to keep you in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's kind of like the system we've been doing this year. We'll drop the songs every 2 weeks, and then like starting like this weekend, I'll start putting the short out for the song that's gonna come out. Next Friday, and I'll drop one like probably Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday the actual song will come out, and then I'll drop some more shorts every other day.
Like
You know,
if you go look at Jam Wayne is the reason why he blew up so quickly
bro,
because
he blew up so fast.
because he was
It
dropping
seemed like.
he was dropping every 5 days because that first 3 days, right? Everybody's viewing it and it's in the algorithm. YouTube's pushing it, and then it transfers over to your streaming on Spotify. On that fourth day, you start to fall off a little bit because people have already heard it. And then on that fifth day, he drops another one. Oh snap! He just dropped another song. Let me go see that one. And then back up
That's
for
a
the next
ton of
3 days.
songs.
Yeah. So on the every fifth day, he dropped a song, and that's why his numbers kept growing and growing
And
and
like
growing and
most of
growing.
them had a video too,
Yeah,
if not all of them. I don't.
every one of them.
Yeah, it seems like man, he done shot a ton of music videos too in that same amount of time.
501 Bryce the same way.
Yeah, bro, that collab him and Jam Wayne did, bro. I listen to that brand new song, bro, like daily. I'm not sure who that last dude is that's on there, but that song goes in.
Like 501 Bryce, uh, he was in season 3 of the Rundown. Uh, when I first seen him, he only had 1,800 subscribers on YouTube. Well, after season 3 of the Rundown, he went from 1,800 to what's he at 40,000 now in a matter
Really,
of a 4 month period.
I don't guess I realized he did the rundown, bro. I didn't know what the rundown was until like I mean, I had heard about it a little bit here and there, but I never really looked into it too much until like this year. Really, till I met you in Tennessee, bro. Like I said, that's kind of when I started doing.
He's at
Just,
56,000 subs now.
yep.
So in that 4 month period, he went from 1,800 to 56,000.
Yeah. Dude's he goes hard though, man. His music is good.
But he's being consistent. The more he
Yep.
drops, and he's doing shorts. So like his little brother does all his video shoots and takes care of all his social media for him.
Okay.
The only thing Bryce runs is his IG, but his little brother runs his YouTube, runs his TikTok, runs his Snapchat, runs his Facebook. That's all his little brother does. Does the social media all day for him, and then he'll 501 Bryce runs his IG. But if you look at his track record, he's dropping a video. Uh, well, I can tell you. He was dropping every 6 days, and then he went to every 10 days.
He's still doing that right now.
Yeah. But he also works a 9 to 5 job too.
Yep.
And he's got a good team around him.
Man, yep.
That's the key thing. Get a good team, a small team, and keep your circle small. And I tell this to everybody I've ever interviewed. And I even told this to Newbury when I've interviewed him. Whenever you have somebody new that comes into your life, first question, ask yourself, what are they bringing to the table for you, not for them, right? What are they bringing to the table for you? Are they matching that same type of energy that you have? Number one. Number two, as soon as they come in, if they start off with a sob story, cut sling load, because all they're going to do is play on your emotional strings and try to rape you for everything, money wise, and end up eventually stabbing you in the back.
Shit.
Because there's a lot of snakes in this business.
Seems that way.
A lot. So keep your circle small, keep it tight. And if anybody news comes in, they come in with a sob story, cut sling load. And if they come in, make sure that they're coming in with the same type of energy you are. And what do they bring? What good are they bringing to the table to help you and your team out? If they're not bringing anything, move on.
I feel like I got a pretty good little crew around me, man. At the moment, we're all learning together too, man. So I mean, every video, every song, man, it keeps on improving. You know, we're gonna build it up and until we're there, and then keep going.
Shout out to Bubba K. Bubba K is about to do a music with 501 Bryce.
Yeah, Bubba K is hard, man. He's
He was
got a
in the
couple
rundown
songs
too.
I'll be jamming.
Yep. He got his big come up on the rundown.
Yeah. Bro, it sounds like I need to get on there, man.
Well, you can.
Hey, shoot.
Like the winner of this season got $1,500 cash. They got a free beat from Trainwreck Kenny, free feature from New Breed, and an interview from myself and Flawed TV. Which
That's a
Flawed,
hell of a package, bro.
yeah.
I mean, that really is. That
Now
is
when
very nice
501
package.
Bryce, he got I think probably the best package out of everybody because he got $1,500 cash. He got two features, one from Mises, one from Chad Arms. Uh, he got a free video shoot from Brevin DeVille. He got a free beat. He got his song played in a movie, a movie track. Um, yeah, I think that was it. Season 5, though, the prize package for season 5 is pretty big. It's pretty epic. I can't tell anybody what it is, but when we come with season 5,
When does that start again?
we're gonna start back up uh, around the second, third week of August.
Do I still get to judge if I enter?
No,
I'm
no, you
just
can't.
teasing.
You can't do that, but you can enter it by all
Yeah,
means. It's gonna be a tough competition.
yeah, yeah, man. There's some straight up, yeah. There's some spitters off in there, no doubt about it.
Hmm.
No doubt about it. And it's kind of cool, man. Just being able to see, some artists you ain't never heard about come in and just wreck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I kind of like that,
yeah. Like Layman won this year or this season,
bro.
and he
Layman, I hadn't heard of him until the rundown,
and
and
he's been in every season,
he is
and
wild, man.
every season he came with a new song every week. So it definitely helped his writing skills because he had to write under pressure. He had to get him out quick, and he said it made him a better artist.
I'm sure it did. It's once a week,
We do 2 shows a week,
two
but
shows.
you're not up every show because it depends on how many people we have. Like this past season, we had 72 people enter, right? So all 72 have to go through an audition round, and they submit a
Or
song.
72. That's a lot.
Yeah. The rundown is almost like the American Idol, but for YouTube.
Yep.
I mean, we try to make it as professional and fun as possible because you're
Yeah,
being
it's a dope
judged.
show, man, and it's awesome the opportunity, that it is as well.
Yeah, because you're being judged by music producers
Yep.
like Trainwreck Kenny and Eddie Robinson are your two music producers. SMG Jimmy and Trainwreck Kenny is an artist. Flaw TV, who's an artist slash reactor. So you got 3 artists, 2 producers, and then I have what we call the average listener, just a regular YouTube content creator named the Gotcha Man. He represented the average listener. So you're getting like 3 points of view judging your music,
Yep.
and then they will have 1 to 2 independent artists come up every episode to give their point of view.
Yep.
So yeah, we're just trying to keep it as real as possible and give people the best content they can get.
Shoot, might make it big enough one of these days. You have to rent out like an auditorium and shit. Do like the live rundown.
That would be the ultimate goal. Yeah,
That'd
for
be
sure.
dope.
I would love to
Televise
do.
it and everything.
I would love to do this full time, but like I said, it's got to pay me what I make up my regular job first. If I make on YouTube what I make at my regular job, then I would definitely quit my regular job and do YouTube full time.
How's your job gonna feel about that?
I don't care. I'm going where the money's going.
He said, "I'm with the paper, boy."
I gotta make my bag. You know what I'm saying?
So
I got
you ain't like in the military no more. Like I was
no.
thinking. Okay.
No, I retired in 2009.
Okay. Yeah.
I came in '89. What year were you born?
93.
Damn. You make me feel old. I got. What month were you born?
November
God, November what?
7th.
No shit.
Yeah.
I got an older brother born November 8th, November 12th, and I'm November 24th.
Yeah.
You know what happens if you were born in November, right?
What was that?
That means your dad gave your mom one hell of a Valentine's Day present.
Oh.
Dead ass.
Oh shoot. He's
Yep.
coming with the jokes too.
That's what we used to tell our old man. It's like, damn, you must have gave mom 3 good damn presents during Valentine's for 3 of us to be born in November.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, yeah, I got 2 kids older than you.
You got 2 children older than me?
Yes. And I got 2 that's younger than you. And then I got 4 grandkids. I'm old as dirt, man.
You ain't that old, man. You said you
54.
Yeah, that ain't, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of my age. I get a lot of slack for it. Like when
Bro,
I first started out, I had people hating on me left and right. Oh, this is a young man game. You trying to be a 20-year-old. You too old to
that's how I
be.
feel too, man. Trying to get into, making music and stuff. It's like, man, I feel like an old man getting in.
But this is what I tell everybody. When did music have an age to it?
That's yeah, exactly.
Look,
there's like a stigma or something, maybe. I don't even.
look at Willie
Not
Nelson.
anymore, it don't seem like, but there used to be.
Look how old Willie Nelson is, and he still does music.
I know, that's crazy. Isn't he in his 90s?
Yeah, and Kiss. Me and my wife got to go see Kiss last year perform their last show ever in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Was it their 75th anniversary?
Gene Simmons is like 74 years old.
Yeah.
And they rocked for 2 hours and 58 minutes and didn't take one break.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. They got that performer stamina.
Yeah. They outperform 99% of the young artists today. Rocked it. Killed it. That's why I say music doesn't have an age.
Yep.
Music is soothes the savage beast. That's the whole thing of music. It's very therapeutical. It helps you through good times, bad times, your ups, your downs, your lows, your highs.
Side decides everything. Yep.
Yeah. Music soothes the soul.
It does. It definitely can.
Yeah. Music comes from the heavens. That's what I say.
It started there.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you this. I got from a good reliable source that when people die and go to heaven, guess what the theme song is going to be at the pearly gates?
What's that?
Welcome to my house.
Welcome to my house. Yeah. But you could, I mean, I'm talking about what better theme song could you have though?
Yep. It's gonna have Jesse Howard singing "Welcome to my
These
house."
my people. Yeah, bro.
People,
Golly, that just
this
be
is our
crazy.
land.
Yeah.
This is what we pray for.
Yeah.
This is
Amen.
God's plan. What other better song is there to play?
Huh?
I said, what other song better is there to play?
Yeah, to me, that was perfect. Yep.
So I got it
Never
from a
even
good
thought of it
reliable
like that
source.
before, but honestly, I wouldn't be disappointed one bit if that was the case.
I guarantee you that's what's being played.
Shoot, man, everybody might have their own theme song going up, man.
That's
That's
true.
just specific for them.
Exactly.
I don't know that obviously, but just theory. Idea.
But yeah, the more consistent you are on social media, the more people are going to get to know who you are. Like doing things like this, I highly encourage you to go to other channels and uh, let them interview you and get your name out there. Now, if it was me as an artist, I wouldn't let every channel do it. Look at the channel, see what type of channel they are, see what kind of numbers they get, because you don't want to waste your time. I know might sound kind of crazy, but if you got a channel that's only getting like 5 viewers, you know what I'm saying? Like basically get a channel that you know that's going to get 50 to 100 people watching you doing that live, because then that's 50 to 100 potential subscribers that you may get. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, for
Because the
sure.
more subscribers you get, the more views you're going to go up, more your income's going to go up, and that's the ultimate goal.
That's the
And
goal.
I don't care what anybody says. If you're trying to do music for a living, you got to make your money,
You got to,
because
man. You can't do it for a living if you don't.
exactly.
That's just how it is.
And this is what I tell people. Do you know I came across a study about almost a year ago, and it said that the average person spends $10 a day on stupid stuff that they really don't need.
I definitely do.
So
I know I do.
yeah, I'm one of those people too. So what I tell people is, listen, the artist won't ask you, but I'm asking you. It's that one day a week. Take that $10 and go buy a song from your favorite independent artist, or buy from 10 different independent artists. Because in order for us as the fans, if we want to continue to get good music, we have to be able to start supporting these artists financially. Because what you do is not cheap. Your studio time's not cheap. Your equipment's not cheap. The videos are not cheap. That all costs money. And you need to get compensated for it. How can we get you compensated for it? If let's say 1,000 people watch this interview, if all 1,000 people go buy a song off of iTunes, that's money in your pocket.
Yep.
And I always say the artist is not going to ask for it because they're going to feel like they don't want to feel like they're begging. But I'm asking for the artist's behalf. Go support either your favorite independent artist or support 10 different artists by buying 10 different songs. because most songs are 99 cents.
99 cents.
Yeah.
I don't
I do
even know if I've
apologize for
ever.
that train because I hate that train. That train, every time I'm live, that some bitch comes through.
Oh, I don't even hear it.
It already passed. That's why I kept talking, try to muffle it out. Hear it?
So you said the next show you're gonna be at is the Ohio one.
I might be at the farm next weekend. I'm not sure yet.
You gonna try to make it up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
That'd be cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How far a drive is that for y'all?
13 hours.
Yeah, it's about the same for us. 13. We're just gonna leave on Friday morning, get up there.
Yeah, that's what I did last time. I left Friday morning.
Did you camp, bro? Did you camp in a tent when you went last time, or what?
No, I went and got a hotel for $68.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No,
Which one was that?
it was God. What Scottsville?
Is it right there in Westmoreland?
It was 12 miles away from the venue,
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
and I didn't even have reservations. When I got there, I just put in cheapest hotel near me, and it pulled up a list. And I had to drive 12 miles away from the venue, go into Kentucky, and because where the venue sits is right on the Kentucky Tennessee border.
Oh, is it? It looked like
Yeah,
it was pretty north. Pretty north up in Tennessee.
half the property I think is on Kentucky, the other half's on Tennessee.
Really? How big is the property?
From the front to the stage, I probably say probably about 4 acres. Then he's got a big ass pond. There's a lot of wooded areas that he's working on clearing. Ryan Orr is the one who owns it. He just bought it last year, and he's pouring a lot of money into it.
Try to get it set up for shows.
Yeah. Now I can't guarantee how many people are going to be there, but
Hey, we
the
gonna
last, as
show up and rock it regardless, man.
long as you get paid,
That's right.
I don't blame you.
But I mean, we do. We go up there. We try to put on a good show every time we get on stage, man.
Yeah, it was $68, no man. That's how much it cost my hotel.
Yeah.
Now that was with military discount. Without the discount, I think it would have cost me $76.
Yep. Can't really beat that, bro. If you can find a place for under a hundo, I think you're doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, and I stayed just for one night, and then I left the next day because of the tornadoes. And I just
Yeah, I
rode
might be
on back.
staying in a tent, bro. We might just be camping there at the spot, as long as the weather's all right.
I don't know. It seemed like they got a lot of daggone bad weather come through that area.
Yeah, I got hit by a tornado last time, I guess.
T. Ryan said he would like for Dillon to play next week. Yeah, he's going to be there, Dillon. T. Dan, that's what we're talking about. Don't like your cigarette backwards. I've done that so many damn times.
I've done it a time or two myself.
You're like, damn. That gonna inhale that burnt filter. You're like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, well, that one's ruined. Yep.
for sure. Well, look, Dylan, I appreciate you doing this tonight. I know you got to get up early. I know you've been up early out turkey hunting. Now, you said you can only get one bird a season?
Bro, yeah, here in Oklahoma, they only let you, anymore. You can only shoot one per season, is what they're saying. But I'm gonna take my daughter. I'm gonna take Nova, again tomorrow. See if we can't bag her one. My wife, she may want to get one. I know the homie Robert, man, the guy who shoots all the music videos and stuff. He's gone hunt with me several times, and he wanted to get him a turkey too. So,
Now, what about deer? What do y'all do for deer?
oh, I definitely deer hunt, bro.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying, what's the limit on that?
Oh, six. So you can kill 2 bucks and 4 does per year. That's the whole. So October 1st is when archery season starts. That's when I start deer hunting. October 1. Middle of October, we always go to South Dakota to do a pheasant hunt for opening weekend there. Um, and then, I'll continue to bow hunt for deer, bro, trying to, I usually try to get a doe down, pretty quick. Or if a buck walks out early season, that'd be great, but it just usually don't happen. Try to get some meat in the freezer. And then I'm trying to shoot that, wait on that one I really want, you know. And then once deer season's over, I quit deer hunting like first week of December because that's usually when rifle season's over. Rifle season starts like November 20 something, and then goes till like December 8th. So usually after that, I will have all the deer that I need to kill um, taken care of, and then I'll switch gears and start duck hunting. Until the end of January.
So I got a crazy idea for you.
What's up?
I don't know if you got the space to do it, but once you get a good enough fan base, you should do like a Dillon Hanley uh, hunt festival.
A hunting
Basic,
festival.
yeah, basically, and you could do it during every hunting season if you wanted to. You sell like 50 tickets, right? Limited to like 50 to 75 people. Of course, they have to get hunting license for that area. They come out for 3 days. During the daytime, y'all go hunting, and at night, you sit around a campfire and you put a show on.
Yeah, yeah. Shoot, bro. We got quite a bit of land, but man, I ain't even real. Be honest with you, taking 50 deer off of it, man, that would probably that may not be the best.
That's what I'm just saying. You can
But bro, I
pick
have
a number,
definitely a good idea, man. I've thought about once it gets
or
up there.
maybe not deer. Maybe do uh duck, or you
Yep.
know because birds populate more than deer do.
Oh, bro, damn June bug.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And if they don't want to take the meat with them, guess what? They can leave it in your deep freezer.
Bro, yeah, 50-person duck hunt, boy, that'd be crazy. Up there in South Dakota, when we go up there to pheasant hunt, bro, that place, I've never seen more
Or
ducks.
do a fishing festival.
Bro, fit like a fishing tournament festival, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Have
That'd be
50
dope.
people come to your
I wouldn't
place.
mind doing like a fishing tournament. Just, I don't know, man. It'd be cool to do some fishing tournaments.
I'm just saying, like, if you put like a 3 day event on, 50 people come, hang out, you take them fishing during the daytime, and at nighttime, sit around the campfire and do like a acoustic daggone show for them.
Yep, that'd be so dope. That would be dope.
Charge them like $200 or whatever. I mean, you make
Yep.
a nice little investment. That's basically what Jet McCool's doing.
Oh, that weekend at it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll do something like that for sure, bro. Something out at the ranch. Hopefully, one of these days if it gets big enough. Once it becomes worth it.
Do y'all have a big population of hogs? Wild hogs?
Oh, bro, we got an unlimited amount of hogs. Really, I mean,
Well, there you go, dude. Just for hog season.
it never closes. Hog season's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
But that's what I'm saying, though. If you brought 50 people there and they bagged 50 hogs, that could save
Yeah,
you a lot of
we could
daggone.
we'd be able to shoot a whole bunch more than 50 of them if we had
But
50.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't hurt your area if you killed 50 hogs.
Oh no, that would actually be nice, man. You'd be able to do a pretty good extermination, I would think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So put a festival on, a hog fest, a wild, like T Dam said, a wild hog fest.
Wild hog fest.
Have people
Yeah,
come
do
there
some
and hunt.
hog wrestling too, man. You know who wants it bad enough? Get in there with a 300-pound boar hog, man, and wrestle
Oh
it.
hell no, them damn things will tear you up.
Yeah, they may.
We call them Rudy Poots over in Germany. Them boar hogs will tear your ass up. Them tusks, woo.
Some of them got some pretty good cutters on, man.
Yeah, them things are nasty. They are mean. I got chased down by one in Germany because I came across a bunch of little piglets. And Mama
Uh,
thought I was trying to hurt them, and I was cut through the woods to get back to my base camp. Man, I never ran so fast in my life. All I heard is chasing me, and I was like, "Oh shit, Pete, don't pound me down."
I'm about to get mauled by a damn pig here.
Hell yeah!
Oh shoot.
Do you got a lot of snakes in your area too?
There is I mean, they have big rattlesnake festivals here, bro. I think this weekend there's a rattlesnake. Maybe it was last weekend, but they have a couple real big rattlesnake festivals. We do got a lot of rattlesnakes, but surprisingly, bro, I don't see as many of them as I would think, man. I mean, we work quite a bit of land, dude, and I hadn't come across many.
Yeah, but
I can't
I
even
would
really
do.
think of a time where I came across an actual rattlesnake. I came across a lot of them other like bull snakes and copperheads and stuff like that. But
I hate
actual,
snakes.
yeah, I don't really like snakes that much either.
Can't stand them. But yeah, I would do. I would think about doing that hog fest. You do a big extermination. It saves your land. Saves you time.
Yep. I mean, yeah, that definitely, that's a pretty good idea. You have to figure out a way to make sure, we just had to, cut the people up into groups, and send them to different pieces of property so that there's not, 50 on one piece, everybody with ARs or something.
Yeah.
Take, you know, 8 or 10 out to each spot, you know, daytime, nighttime, bring the thermals. That'd be pretty cool. And then, you could clean some of the meat, put on a big
Big
old
old hog fest.
barbecue,
Yeah.
pulled pork, sandwich deal. It'd be good.
Yep. Something to think about. Well, look, what I was getting at is I don't want to tie you up. I know you got to go. I know you've been up early. I know you got to get up early. But I appreciate you coming to do this today. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody, look in the description of this video. Click on Dillon Hanley's YouTube page. Go over and sub up to him if you haven't already done so. And if you have, get your family and friends to do the same. Because I'm telling you, within the next 5 years, he's going to be one of the top dogs in independent lane. And you want to get on that train now. Because once it leaves the station, I guarantee you ain't going to stop.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
But
that.
look, you got my number. If you ever need anything, anytime, day or night, it doesn't matter. Call me and I will take your phone call.
Awesome, bro. I appreciate that, man. Hey, I sent you a picture of that turkey, bro, to your phone, homie. Check it
Uh,
out. Let me know what you think later on or something.
you text it to me?
Yeah, it may not have went through, bro. I was out. I was out there in the cut when I sent it. So
Ooh-wee. Got him.
got him. Yeah, I can see that
Nice
beard
old,
from here, man.
nice old bird. I name him Johnny Gobble.
Johnny Gobble. He said I had to. Oh shoot.
Creole Queen said, great interview, Triple T. I followed Dylan 3 days ago. I appreciate that, Creole. I'm pretty sure he does too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But all right, man. Well, I'm gonna hop off here, bro. I appreciate you again, homie.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
everybody in the chat that tuned in. New music video coming next Friday. Y'all be tuned in, man. It's gonna be a good one. I
We'll
think it's
definitely
gonna be a good
showcase
one.
it. We'll definitely showcase it.
Awesome, bro.
All right, Dylan.
Y'all
Have a
take
good
it
night,
easy, man.
All right, you too.
Later.
All right, there you have it, folks. Mr. Dillon Hanley. Like I said, he's a very, very talented young man, very talented artist. And I'm telling you, he has the it factor. He has what it takes to go all the way to the top. So make sure y'all support him. I'm telling you, dope ass individual. And hopefully, I'll get to link up with him next weekend. I got to check out my schedule, though. I got to go to work tomorrow, make sure that I can able to get off that day. I just don't like that long ass drive. 14 hours. 20 years ago, I could do a turn and burn up and back nonstop. But now, no. Who the heck is this? I have no idea who that is. All right. So with that being said, let me see. All right. I got which one I'm going to have to play. I appreciate everybody coming out. Y'all know the deal. Stay strong, stay safe, stay blessed. Be kind to yourself, love your family, love your neighbors, to include your enemies. Do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. And as always, God bless you and God bless America. Remember, this is not my channel, this is your channel. And I'll tell you that every single day. And as my mama used to say, may she rest in peace. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Now listen, we're getting a little man tomorrow. We're going to have him Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, and it's Easter weekend. So you most likely, the only time you'll see me is Saturday night for the Fifth Element. Other than that, tune in every morning at 8 a.m. for a country rap tea. Because I got a doozy one for you tomorrow. And you ain't going to want to miss this one. This one is spicy. Like, it gets pretty heated. So make sure you tune in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Go to the TripleT channel and click on the country rap tea. Because I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss this one tomorrow. It's going to be, most likely it's going to be a two-parter. It's that big. Okay? So tune in tomorrow for the country rap tea. Because, I got one for you. All right. Y'all know the deal. Stay strong, stay safe, stay blessed. Once this song ends, the stream will end. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a blessed one. Here's Dillon Hanley with Bone Thugs. Let's get it.
Welcome to the future.
Trying to enter in my zone. In the boon is bumping, bomb. In the boon is bumping, bomb. Trying to enter chose a path that's less traveled. I decompress how I see is best. There's no need for stress, just settle. Up your horse and gon' ride. Who I am, just a backwoods Billy getting fried. Kinda guy, hardly ever gon' be inside. Country to the bone, to the day I'm in the sky. I won't switch up, I just can't. Trucked on the field, going hard in the paint. Creek, bottom cup of steel. You wanna live, drink, get the herb if you smoke. But I grow really stank, roll the boat, what you think? I'm inside of this tank, ET, not a Saint. Boondocks where I stay, where I live, where I learn, where I grow, where I play. I mean, what I say is where I be every day. The phone is bumping, the phone is bumping. Tryna enter in my zone, tryna enter in my zone. Bag of chronic, getting stoned, jamming thuggish, ruggish bone. It's the first of the month, it's the first of the month. No murder, and the phone is bumping bone. Tryna enter in my zone, bag of chronic, getting stoned, jamming thuggish, ruggish bone. Thuggish, ruggish bone. It's the first of the month, it's the first of the month. No murder. Sometimes I overthink shit. Got me feeling like I'm dealing with the same shit. On the verge of healing, but I'm always anxious. Gonna hit a honey hole so I can go bank fish and ease my mind. Yeah, I'll be fine. Bang 'em on thugs, tall ass pine, like fresh sweet wine. Nature chime. I'm tryna hit a motherfucker one more time. He's 99. Maybe pocket big. I got a song gon' blow like what Papa did. I'm in the cut and I ain't really talkative. This country kid rapping the summer's provocative. There's nonsense cause there ain't no way stopping it. And it is what it is. The logic being a honky tonk at the top's really happening. I made friends with the dragon and no captioning. Bumping, it's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. No murder. In the bone is bumping bone. Tryna enter in my zone. Bag of chronic getting stoned. Jamming thuggish, ruggish bone. Thuggish, ruggish bone. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. No murder.
These my golden ticket.